So I'm the executive director of TreesUpstate, Joelle Teachey, and I'm here with Pace, owner and instructor at Southern Ohm. And Southern Ohm has been one of our corporate partners and sponsors of the race for, I don't know, many years.
Long time, yeah.
And it took a few years of Pace telling me to get in here, and I finally did.
I think that the biggest benefit is most of the exercises we do, shorten the muscles. Even if you go lift weights, the whole objective is to get your muscles shorter, and we want to lengthen them. And yoga stretches the muscles out. And so when you're running, where our injuries come or happen is because we've shortened our muscles down, and then we have a odd step, or we have a long stride or something like that, and the next thing we know, we've hurt ourselves because our muscles are not stretched. So that's probably the biggest benefit, is to keep ourselves limber. It also keeps the joints limber, particularly in this class we just took from the heat. So that's probably the biggest benefit. As I mentioned to Joelle a second ago, if you have something that you love, any sport, golf, tennis, running, anything, if you add hot yoga to it, you'll be able to do that longer because it balances. If we're doing one thing, then we're gonna probably end up not having the balance on the other side to allow us to continue with that type of exercise or practice or whatever we're doing. The reason I use the cue Quiet in the Storm is because the class is very hard and very hot, and as a result, and it's challenging. So as a result, we get frustrated. We're hot. We may want to get something to drink, and can we let all those things go? And can we just be calm in the storm and breathe and focus and be relaxed and let those things go? And the class challenges us in a way so that we drop those things or we lose those things. Like we'll start breathing quicker, or we'll start panicking or things. And can we come back to, let's be calm, let's breathe deeply, and let's be still. So then we're out in the world, which is also being calm in the middle of the storm, because whether it's in the middle of a meeting or driving down the road when somebody cuts us off, or we're having to sit in traffic for 30 minutes when we thought it was going to be 5, then can we calm down? Can we breathe slowly? Can we be focused and not be scattered? That's what I mean by that quote. The other thing that I'm
going to start using it. That's going to be my new mantra, to be quiet in the storm.
Yeah, well, I agree. Another thing that I think about is, the big buzzword, or one of the big buzzwords these days seems to be consciousness. Everybody's looking for consciousness. What does that mean? Well, the road to consciousness comes down concentration. Because if our minds are scattered, we'll never be conscious, because we're all over the place. So by focusing, we calm everything down. We find the road to consciousness. So we slow down, we breathe, and we find that quiet place, and the world will drop away and we'll be still in the middle. So that's what we want, and that's in the class like that allows you an opportunity to practice that, because the class is hard and hot. Mm-hmm. And so if we can be still in that hard, hot environment, then we are finding that road to consciousness. So.
That's good stuff. Pace, can you show me a really good stretch for runners, or a really great pose for runners?
Okay.
I know there's so many.
Yeah, there are.
When you think about a top one, top two.
Okay, well, probably, standing head to knee, which we did early in class. Mm-hmm. It's where, we have different options, but you raise your, we'll raise the right leg up to the floor, okay? We'll reach down and grab the bottom of the foot here, okay? We can stay here if we want to, or we're gonna kick the heel out, okay? Now, the thing about this is it's about being still and stable. So we just talked about being quiet in the middle of the storm. Can you focus on one point, slow your breath down, concentrate on the point, and now slowly begin to lengthen that leg out and press up through the hip. Press up through the hip, focus on a point, use your breathing, calm, slow, find a focal point, find the stillness, use your breath. So that's a great stretch. You can come out of that now. And then we switch and do it the other side, raise the left leg up, same thing the other side like this. But you notice the importance of focus in that posture. The posture is not just about stretching, it's also, can you be still? Can you look at one point and breathe and settle yourself down? Notice how still you become. Your eyes are still, your breath is slow. That's the secret. That's what you're looking for, is that center place. That's what you're looking for. It's not just the stretching, it's the additional of the mental side as well.
Yeah, that we can apply art to our everyday lives.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, notice how your posture changed when you started focusing and breathing. Because when you first got into it, you were wobbling a little bit, and then I saw your eyes still, and your breath slowed, and then your posture stilled. You know, because the body's actually fairly stable. It's all the movement, the scatteredness we bring into it, which makes us unstable. You know, if we can be calm and we can breathe slowly, the body's fairly still.